This is the poker car guy, Anthony Santangelo, bringing a segment today about goal setting and target setting. A lot of people like to talk about goals and targets. And what I do in my industry, in my two things I do, playing poker and selling cars, is I like to have a monthly goal plan, and I like to call it a pasta plan. So here's my pasta plan right here. I'll bring that back in a moment here. I call it pasta because obviously being 100% Italian, there's two needs in life. You got to make money, you always need more money, and you got to have pasta. So pasta is money, they're both synonyms to me. And by the way, while I'm on this topic, there's no such thing as sauce, everybody. It's gravy. On spaghetti, your chicken parm, it is all gravy, just so you guys understand that. That's how it is in the Philadelphia area up here. So what I do every month, and I do this on the 31st of the month or the first day of the new month, is I have this pasta plan right here. So what I do is I count how many business days I have over the course of the month. Now I don't include days that I'm not scheduled to work. So obviously I'm scheduled 5 days a week. So I count my total amount of business days I have in the month, and I put it at the top. Then I'm looking at obviously how many cars I want to sell over the course of the month. And then I have to look at, okay, based on my closing percentage, how many people do I have to sit in front of in person to be able to sell that many cars? So that's my batting average for us baseball fans out there. And then you have to look at where are you going to get those customers from? Because it's very easy to say, I want to do this and I want to do that with the goal setting and everything, but when it comes down to it is, how are you going to get to your goals? And how are you going to make more pasta? You have to look at where you're getting your clients from. So for myself, I get them from a couple different ways. I've been doing this 19 years, so I have repeat and referral business. I have the off-lease customers coming off from the store that are orphan owners, so to speak, which means their salesperson is no longer with us, and I'll take care of that. There's clients that are inquiring online, also clients that are calling as a sales call coming through the store, and last but not least, there is people that walk in the door as what we call a fresh up in the car industry. That is my last resort. I prefer sitting on appointments, and we'll talk about that another time about how to do appointments and to be successful more in the car industry. When you have that pasta plan broken down as far as how many cars you're looking at, now you have to look at, okay, how much profit are you going to make for each car? And then for myself personally, out of those different setups of the amount of profit for car, how many are going to be new Nissans? How many are going to be new Subarus? How many are going to be pre-owned vehicles? My next page on the pasta plan breaks down the money part. What my average commission is per car. Also my bonus every month. There's also incentive from Nissan and Subaru corporate, and I have my total income projection. This is the whole benefit of goal setting, target setting, or doing a pasta plan. What is your income projection every month? And that's what you want to have in front of you. When you break all that down, you want to start asking yourself how you are going to accomplish these things. It's nice that you broke the numbers down, you wrote everything down. You want to look at this every day, or at the very least every other day. And you want to write down, how are you going to accomplish this goal? And it's important to be able to do that, to keep your goals in focus. Because the bottom line is, we're not successful in life unless we're focused on what we have in front of us. And that's the number one problem with salespeople today. They start focusing on other things. Oh, it's 8 o'clock at night, I'm done at 9, I'm going out to the bar, going to have a good time, this and that. They're not focused on, you know what, I can make 25 phone calls and maybe set up 4 or 5 appointments over the next week in that hour, versus sitting there and being on ESPN.com or on Facebook. You can start networking. And that's important to be able to do that, in order to accomplish your goals, accomplish your targets, to write down how it is you're going to do that. So on a monthly basis for myself, how am I going to accomplish my goals each month and sell the cars I want to sell in order to make more money for myself and my family? And the first step is I want to break down a game plan of what I'm going to do. So for the month of July, the first thing I did was I wanted to put out a lease letter to my lease clients that were coming up anywhere from 2 to 6 months out, and I wanted it out before the 4th of July. Well, I was able to get it out on the 3rd of July. So I accomplished that goal. That was about 60 different people. So now I'm waiting for a return, but I'm not going to sit and just wait for them. I'm going to be waiting about a week, and then I'm going to start calling them, hey, by the way, did you get my letter in the mail? My name's Anthony Santangelo, Concordville Nissan Subaru, and start following up. The second thing is you can't give up. Just because you get behind in your goals, maybe you're off a little bit. The month starts out slow. As my mentor, George, may rest in peace, used to always say to me, it's a marathon, it's not a race. And you can't panic when things aren't going the way you want them to go. And that's the number one thing why salespeople fail. They can't take the constant rejection. They start to panic a little bit, and then they're not able to handle that client, the next client, the correct way because they're focused on the last couple people they spoke to. These are some of the mindset things that I talk about with my Poker Car Guy industry, and you can follow me on Twitter at pokercarguy if you like, or you can email me at pokercarguy@gmail.com. It's important to be able to set up your mindset and know that every person you're talking to is a new opportunity, and you want to value that opportunity. You want to make sure that that customer has no idea that you're 0 for your last 5, or has no idea you just got in a fight with your better half, or there's a big tax bill due for your school taxes, or that you're concerned about your kids, or something like that. You want to be able to focus on that customer because the customer has their own needs going on, and they're coming in looking for service from us. So that if you're selling cars, selling vacuum cleaners, whatever it is, we're all in sales. You could be a landscaper. Well, you're selling your services to be able to make sure that that grass is taken care of, the weed whacking's done, your edging's done correctly. So we're all in sales. And the bottom line is we're in sales to make the pasta, and that's the most important thing. I also follow my pasta plan in my other industry, playing poker. Now, there's a 10,000 hour rule, if you haven't heard of it. Once you've done something for 10,000 hours, you become a veteran at it, or dare I say, a master at it. Well, obviously, in my 19 years of selling cars, I have well past 10,000 hours. Well, being a semi-professional poker player, I just started doing this in about 2010. I played 10 to 20 hours a week. I am not at 10,000 hours yet. And I'm still learning, and that's okay. But I have a pasta plan for when I play poker. Some of my videos you're going to see in the near future are me being out at the World Series of Poker in Las Vegas. And I'll be showing you some of the things I'm doing out there at the World Series. The big key in poker is you got to play each hand to the best of your ability. Going back to sales again, it's the same way. You have to take care of that customer in front of you and not let past results or lack of results or tough situations affect your judgment and your clarity when you're taking care of that client. And that's very important. And it's not easy. Trust me, I fail still, guys. But the whole key is that you want to keep improving and keep growing. And that's the most important thing. Because if you don't grow and you don't improve, you're not going to make the pasta. And that's the bottom line. And if you don't have the pasta, you're not going to be able to raise your family the correct way and pay off bills and obviously succeed in life, in my opinion. Because paying bills on time and being successful in life is a synonym in my eyes. So you want to take each hand, going back to poker here, and do that. And you could have a bad beat. You could have those aces, and somebody called you with, 7 deuce, and the flop comes 7 deuce 4, and you get it all in, and their 7 deuce holds up, their 2 pair. And you want to sit there and you're steaming, you're upset, and it's like, this guy, I can't believe it. The bottom line is that hand's over. And the next hand has nothing to do with that past hand. And it's not easy when you have that constant defeat or that constant rejection that you can have when we're in sales or when we're playing poker. You have to be able to focus on what's in front of you. And the better we do that, the more successful we're going to be in life. If you happen to like some of the things I'm talking about, again, you can follow me on Poker Car Guy on Twitter or on LinkedIn under Anthony Santangelo. And you can email me at pokercarguy@gmail.com, or you can contact me by telephone at 484-574-8255. 8338. The last thing I want to leave you with today is something that I try to go by that I've learned from many, many years ago. Just because others are confused doesn't mean you have to be. You stay focused today and do the best you can with each circumstance, situation you have in front of you. Go all in today. Make it a great day.